Hey there, I hope you're doing well. Having an amazing day today. Thank you so much for being here with me, for being on this roller coaster of a ride. If you've been with me for a long time, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm excited for this next transition because it's literally right around the corner. What I'm going to talk to you about today, before I get into that, I want to put the warning label. Trigger warning, hello. If you are a person who is dead set on your belief system, you are stuck in your paradigm and you believe that certain texts and certain things are the only way, and you are not open to hearing other ideas or hearing other thoughts or hearing other opinions, or even just allowing yourself to think, what if, or could that possibly be? If you're not one of those people, this is not the video for you, okay? I'm probably not the teacher for you either. You might want to go somewhere to somebody else who is going to be a person who's going to validate your belief system, okay? Because I speak the truth. I speak from experience, from what I'm going through, what I see, what I know. It's mine. It belongs to me. You have your own experience, and I honor and respect that. Please honor and respect mine. Please do not give me the comments. If you disagree with me, love it, but just keep it to yourself. Go somewhere else, okay? I love you. Good luck. All right. So for those of you that want to hear a different side to the story, are open to the what if or could it be possible, I want to tell you what I'm going through, what I experienced, what I know, and what I see for this particular next stage here. The energy is, so when you look at a lake, and the lake is clear. You can see the bottom, you can see the grass, you can see the mud, you can see the fish, you can see all the way to the bottom. But if you step in that lake and you start to move around, you're going to bring up soot. You're going to bring up the stuff that's in the bottom of the lake, and then it's going to be cloudy. This is healing. This is gaining understanding. This is going into the heavy energies and pushing yourself through it, because you want to come out on the other side clear again. And what I just realized, which I kind of knew already, but when you go through cycles, when you go through levels of understanding, you may gain that understanding, like, okay, yeah, I see that, but you didn't lock it in to the point where I see it, I understand it, I accept it for what it is, I clear out the energy. I heal it, I transmute it, I transform it, whatever method you use. And now it doesn't affect me anymore. It's not a part of my energy or the collective energy, which is where I'm going with this one, because this is the collective. This is big. This is part of the second phase of the awakening, the final phase that's coming. And what I just experienced, this is my second time or third time going through this, and now it's locked in. It's locked in to the point where I can push through. Here's what it is. When this planet first was created, it was created by two beings. Okay, I've talked about this for years. And this is your twin flames. Twin flames come together. They stay partners because they are creations of God. These are the souls, okay? And each pair go out and create their own simulations. So there's different simulations all over the universe. This particular simulation is just one of many. These two entities came here, created this simulation, and it was perfect. It was heaven. Why? Because they came from heaven. It was perfect. It was in harmony. It was balanced. It was natural. Everything flowed. Everything worked together. The bodies worked with nature. The nature worked with the bodies. The animals worked with each other. The people worked with the animals. There was no division or separation or anger or killing or molesting or raping or hatred. None of that shit. None of it. It was literally like being in heaven, but in the physical reality. It was perfect. From the creator's point of view, who is the real creator of this reality, of this physical reality? It's the mother. It was the feminine. The feminine is the one that births the creation. She births the children. She carries them. She transfers her information through the umbilical cord, especially when she's going through, the entire 9 months of carrying that baby. Whatever she is downloading from outside of her or feeling an experience outside of her is going right into that baby. So it's either going to live a life of heaven or hell. So, Mother Earth, nature, natural law, natural flow. Mother is the darker side, the material side, the soil, the trees, the water, everything that supports life. Without this planet, you die. Without your mother, you don't exist. The masculine, you're important. Not saying you're not. You are very important. However, you play a different role. You provide the seeds that the mother takes in and nurtures, provides nutrients, provides water so that they can expand and grow, and then trees sprout. The babies sprout. But she is the one that is the creator. She is the one that is God. Mother God, Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Natural law, natural order. Okay? However, we live in a society where the entire paradigm is flipped. We don't respect Mother. We don't even talk about God the Mother. We don't respect Mother Nature. We don't even, for the most part, create our own food supply anymore. It's done by machines. It's done by farmers. Men rule this planet. They sit at the highest levels of almost everything and they make the decisions. They tell women what to do with their bodies. We have an epidemic here in the US where about 3 to 4 or 5 out of 5 women are raped. That's an epidemic. That's a problem. But it goes back to exactly what I want to talk about, which is the curse, the spell that was casted on this planet, on humanity, to lock it into this fear-based system and to completely disregard, throw away, trash, demonize the feminine, suppress, oppress, burn, kill, rape, murder. I mean, you name it. That's what happened. But on an energy level, here's the curse. Here's the spell. The feminine, the mother, is in love with her creation. It's perfect to her. It's perfect to me. The trees work with the humans to provide life. The soil works with the humans and the animals to provide trees and shrubs and berries and food. The water from earth is used to nourish the body, to hydrate the body, and for the animals as well. Of course, it's a perfect system. It was created perfect in her image and likeness. I'm going to repeat that. It was created perfect in her image and likeness because she gave birth to it. Did the Father provide the seeds? Yep. But it's hers, like the children. Father provides the sperm. The mother is the egg, creates the child. The child is in the womb. with the umbilical cord, the child is getting downloads from the mother constantly. The mother's feelings, the mother's emotions, the mother's voice, the vibrations, the smells. It starts to smell, it starts to think. It's the mother. It doesn't hear the things outside of itself. The mother is the root. Think about that. The root of the trees, the root of the plants go into the planet and take the nutrients and bring it up so that life can be life. That's the same thing with the child. The child comes together as a seed inside and it starts to grow. The mother is the one that births it and brings it into life, brings it to life. The father's role is to protect, to provide, to educate, to pave the way, to build. The mother is to nurture, to support, to love. But we've lost that. We lost that natural law. We lost that natural order. We lost the feminine perspective, the feminine point of view. The feminine energy was hacked. It was hacked, it was stolen, it was used, and it was weaponized by a masculine, and I'm speaking on an esoteric level. This is way before you and me right now in this human body even existed. But this curse doesn't matter what timeline you're on, because there is no time. It's still there. The energy is still locked there, and it's locked into the psyches, and it's locked into the energy fields of the collective of this planet. Because if you don't heal the root cause of what happened, then it perpetuates. It's like being traumatized when you're a little person and you don't heal that. Guess what? It's locked in your energy field. It becomes a pattern. And then that pattern needs to validate itself, so it will bring even more experiences of that trauma until you either get sick from it or you die or you heal it. And most people don't know how to heal it. So what happened? The masculine, this particular masculine, became jealous of his partner, of the feminine. Why? Because she held the power. She was the intuitive, she had the gifts, she has the ability to be in multiple worlds and multiple dimensions at the same time. She is the energy, and she is the one connected directly to source, as God, the creator, God the mother. And this jealousy ended up being a reason, not a good one, for the masculine to create a spell. What kind of a spell? It was a love spell. This love spell was casted, and let me tell you about spells. Spells are like prayers. Prayers are sending energy, positive energy, to someone. If they're open to that energy, they will feel it. And in most cases, if you're powerful in your prayers, they'll reach out to you. They'll say, hey, how you doing? Connect with you. A spell or a curse or anything that is the reverse, it's on the dark side, they just twist the energy. So what happened is this masculine who wanted to dominate and control and take from the feminine. He wanted her power. He wanted her gifts. He wanted all of it. He wanted to be her God over her. Not love her, support her, be in unity with her. No, he wanted to control and dominate her and be the God, which is a fake God, versus what the feminine is I am God. It is me. It flows through me, just like Mary Magdalene taught. And then Jesus' teachings is, I am God. I am the only way, and you must worship the Father. and you need to follow me, because unless you do as I say, then you will never get to God. Mary Magdalene, the mother, is more like, I'm already God. I already have the seeds within me. I already have God within me, that light, that energy within me. I don't need to have people follow me or take from me, or I don't need to be that person that people follow and worship. But that's what this masculine did. He decided to disrupt the natural flow and the natural order of the feminine by attacking her sexually, energetically, and physically, and then creating a stoppage in the natural flow of the feminine. And then once he was in, and any of you out there that have ever been raped or attacked, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It creates a fragment within your energy field, within your psyche, within your body. And then once that fragment's created, once that wound is open, it's a wound. If you don't heal it, and it's unfortunate that the victim has to heal these wounds when it was the attacker that created them. But if it's not healed, that wound is open, and then these energies will dump even more. And that's exactly what this masculine did. Created a wound and then dumped his insecurities, his hate, his negativity, dumped that onto her while he siphoned off her energy, her gifts, her talents, her skills, her psychic abilities, everything. And then he weaponized them. He used them as a way to control and manipulate the population. Very similar to the group, the Illuminati, who use psychics and use psychic abilities to control the population. It disrupted the natural flow and natural order. And what it did to the feminine is it, instead of her staying in her natural essence of loving self, of loving life, her creation, it now projected her energy outside of her to where she was worshiping that man instead of herself. And now all her flow is going to him, all her goodness, on multiple directions. Crown, root. Total control. Just like Jesus's teachings. Worship him. He's the only way. That's total illusion, total lies, total manipulation, which Jesus was a master manipulator. He was a regurgitator. He was a copycat. And he was a thief. Mary Magdalene was the pure energy, the feminine, the flow. He knew that. Which is exactly why we are here today. And we're going to go through this second awakening, because the feminine has had enough of this masculine, has had enough of this thievery, has had enough of this abuse, has had enough of the total destruction of the feminine through rape, through sexual exploitation, through suppression, oppression, to making her out to be the devil. Of course I'm going to be the devil in your story. Because Mary Magdalene, of course she's going to be the devil, because she exposed Jesus and the whole setup, the whole game, the inner world of the game. She exposed him. And the key players here in this current reality right now know this as well. That's why they killed people that followed Mary's teachings. That's why Mary fled. And that's why her teachings were called blasphemous, and she was labeled the devil. Because in reality, she is the cure, the solution, the answer. And the feminine is coming back online, taking all of her power and gifts back, taking that spell and that curse that was casted on her, sending it back to the recipient and say, you are not going to use your voodoo, your illusion, your tactics do not work on me anymore. You're not putting me in a love spell or a curse so that I forget who I am. No, I am going to continue to be I'm going to be who I am to the fullest. And I'm not giving you shit. Nada. None. Because I'll tell you what, masculine, you didn't do it out of love. You most certainly did not love me. Because someone that loves their partner would never do something like that to them. Never. That's not a partner. That's an enemy. And Jesus was Mary's enemy. And she knew it. And it's finally getting fixed in this life cycle. And it's going to get fixed. Because we're not going back. I am not going back into that dogma and that bullshit and those lies of thinking that that man is the way, that his teachings are right. If you want to follow that, more power to you. Go right ahead. You want to look outside of yourself and send all your energy to other people, to him, because he's the only way for your salvation, then that's where you will stay stuck. That's not the truth. I mean, that might be your truth right now, and that's fine. I honor that. I wish you all the best. But the love is within self, for your life. You're the only thing that matters. There is only you. You are the only person that knows who you are 100%. You're the only person that knows what you've been through 100%. You're the only person that has done the work to heal yourself 100%. You're the only one that can. You're the only one that can walk this path on your own. If you look for somebody to save you outside of yourself, you are opening up yourself to being taken advantage of by mass manipulators who will be happy to siphon your energy and your gifts. The work is within yourself. Can you look to people to help guide you? Absolutely. But they are only guides, and they should only be guides. You should not give access to your being, your sacred being, to anyone else. And that's where the feminine made a mistake, because she loved him. She supported him. But he had other intentions. She didn't see that coming. She does now. We have discernment now. Now I can see that narcissistic bullshit, those liars, a mile away, and what? I go the other direction. Not wasting my time. And once the feminine anchors back into her true self and gets these energies, these entities, this particular entity out of the way and heals within, and never, ever, 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 ever allow this to happen ever again. It will never happen again. I guarantee that. We've learned our lesson. Not everybody has good intentions. Not everybody is out to love you. Not everybody out there wants the best for you. That's truth. And if you think otherwise, good luck. You're going to be taken advantage like that. Sorry. But now it's the rise of the feminine, back into her natural flow, back into natural law, back into natural order, back into the mother creator, who she truly was from the beginning. And what you're going to see is going to be amazing. And I'm so glad to be back. It's been a long journey dealing with these shitty people, shitty energies, trying to get them to wake up and see the damage and the hurt that they're doing. But you know what? I'm done helping them. I'm done. Right now, I just want them out of my way so that I can reconnect with myself and for them to stop attacking me. in the metaphysical and in the physical. But they're not going to stop because they don't want me to wake up. They don't want you to wake up. Because if you remember, when I remember the truth, which I have, I'm unstoppable. I'm uncontrollable. They can't hurt me anymore. Why? Because I've cleared out my energy field. I've cleared out my subconscious to the point where there's nothing there to grab onto. And the person that I'm in love with is me. The person that I respect is me. The person I need validation from is me. The person that I'm married to, my ride or die, is me. Me. I'm the only one living this life. No one else. I can share my energy with those people. I can share my experiences with those people. They'll never be me. That is so key to understand, because that is what has been taken and manipulated to say, oh, that's selfish. You shouldn't only think of yourself. You should be like Jesus and give and praise and all this stuff to everybody else. Wrong. Wrong. Look at what your society is with those teachings right now. I bet if you did a poll, if people were telling the truth, they're miserable. They hate their job. They hate their spouse. They're upset with their kids. They have money problems. They have health problems. Problem. Where's your savior? He ain't coming to save you. Doesn't want to save you. He wants you to stay in that energy so that he can continue to control you. Wake up, people. Wake up. Take your power back. Feminines. We're not putting up with this anymore. We are taking back what was rightfully stolen from us. You have to take it back. You have to do it in the energy realm, and then in the physical, it anchors. You take back your sovereignty. This is my space. This is my creation. This is my life. I have the right to exist without being impeded on. And the fact that this masculine decided to impede on my free will and override my ability to choose who I want to be in love with, you violated universal law, which is why all of us are here to make these changes. All of the souls, 144,000, are here. You're experiencing this with me because universal law was broken. You break universal law, done. Twin flame, gone. This simulation with these two twin flames, they aren't coming back together. They aren't working together. I don't agree with what he's doing. He's in a human body, and he's using his gifts, his manipulation tactics to manipulate women, his hypnosis, to manipulate women for sex, overriding their free will, just like John of God and the Bachram guy. It's just the truth, just like Jeffrey Epstein and that whole fucking circle. That's truth. And in order to expose more of it, when you find these things like I do, you have to change the energy. It all starts in the energy realm. Creation starts in the imagination. You have to go back into the womb. You have to go back into that little baby creator that you are, and you have to reclaim that from these energies who have you locked in it. Locked into their stasis, their idea, their paradigm, that they control you, and they do. They control you at every level. Break free. I'm breaking free. It's almost done. And I'll be excited for the others that are here to come together and work together and create that massive change that I've been working on for fucking years. Since the last time I went through the Enlightenment, which was 10 years ago. And I started to realize the problem that was much bigger than just me. And so I zoomed out into my greater self and I started fixing the shit, the belief systems in the greater minds in order to facilitate massive change here in the physical realm, which created a massive awakening for many. And here we are, Awakening number 2. It's not really an awakening, it's just a remembering. Remembering this is my fucking dream and I'm dreaming it right now and I'm in control of it. Not you, not you, not you. None of you. You don't belong in my space. You don't belong in my energy. You don't belong in my life. You're not adding value. You got to go. No, there's no question anymore. I hope you're one of those. I hope you join me. Thank you for listening. I love you a lot. I have so much love and passion. I'm passionate. I'm passionate about freedom. Freedom. Being able to think for yourself, feel for yourself, do for yourself without other energies coming in and trying to take it from you. Why? Because they're selfish. They're liars. They're manipulators. They're narcissistic. They don't give a shit about you. Just saying. But I love you and I want to help you and I'm going to break you free.